When I first heard about the book Between You and Me, I was really surprised. There are a lot of self help books in the market, but this one is a book with a difference. How many times has it happened that we've seen a lot of people, we get motivated by them, we also inculcate their good habits within us, but then what do we do after that? Nothing. It takes an HR person to actually remember these people, go after them, find where they are, keep track of them for almost an entire year, talk to them and convince them to come out and actually contribute to a book. Why? In the best interest of everybody, so that each one of us gets the wisdom that is due from them. This is the hallmark of a true HR professional like Aparna. And I am truly thankful to you, Aparna, for bringing this book into my life. This is a revolutionary book in the book industry. There are a lot of self help books which do very well, but this is one which not just comes from one speaker or one author to the rest of the world, it comes from 15 different authors. In that sense, it is a book which actually has, it's an amalgamation of 15 different books, and that is what is special about this book. What is again different about the book is that people have not just given their accomplishments and asked you to be inspired by them. They've also given their different failures. They've also very candidly, very honestly talked about where they have failed, what they have done wrong, in a view to let people know that they shouldn't do the same mistakes. There are people talking about how they have been defeated by their ego. There are things where they have looked back upon and they say, I shouldn't have done this at that particular time. And this is actually authentic advice which we very rarely get from anyone. Again, once again, I am truly thankful to Aparna for bringing this book into my life. The way Aparna writes her books is again something very interesting, because Aparna is a person who is an out and out HR person. She understands the pulse of the readers. She talks to her readers as though they were sitting in front of her. If anybody reads the book, they'll find the book written in very simple language. They'll have you have a book which is from each person to each person. So it's almost as if it's between the reader and between the speaker. And accordingly, she's also given words of wisdom. She's also given learnings to better bring out all these things which are very important so that the lesson is not missed. Each of these people are from various different walks of life. There are people from who are very young to people who are very old, who have crossed their 80s. So the vast experience is there for all to see. I would like to bring out an impactful incident which happened when I was working on this book with Aparna. And it was an incident which is from the story of Vandana Zadav. If one reads Vandana's story, one will realize that there is a lot of learning from her story, because it's been a difficult life for her. It's been a life full of challenges, and the fighting spirit of this woman is simply unbreakable. You cannot find, it's very rare to find somebody who has so many challenges and yet keeps smiling. I spoke to her, and when I asked her, how Vandana do you still keep on that smile? She said, Didi, when I was facing all these obstacles, I made a decision. I would never ever burden anybody else with my problems. If at all, I would try to make them smile. Why should I go and tell people how things are going wrong? There's so much of depression already in life. I made it a point to make a difference to my life. I would never ever go and tell people. I would never let people feel sorry for me. I would do the best that I could, and if I would definitely ask them to be inspired by me rather than feeling sorry for me. It's a learning that I will recollect for the rest of my entire life. If there are 3 takeaways that people should take away from this for readers, the first one would be to accept what is happening to them, whether it is circumstances, whether it is failures, whether it is their mistakes. A lot of us run away from things that happen to us. If you start with acceptance, you will know that there is a need for change. The second step is for one to obviously have faith. First, accept what's happening to you. Second, have the faith that you can change it. And third, take the responsibility to change it. Don't ever say that he did this and I did this and this is what happened and that is why it happened and I was not responsible. You are responsible, and the very fact that you are responsible means you can make a change. Thank you, and I wish that all of you love reading the book as much as I felt being a part of it. Thank you.